I hear them talking.
Okay. We're not live yet? Okay.
All right, so camera 1 and 2, you're both hot. Pretty hot.
Greetings from Sherwood High School at Aaron Contere.
Number 12, Karen Kenny.
Oh, actually, we are live.
On defense, number 15, CJ Allen.
Ready to.
At LSN, number 19, Corbett Black. At Midi, number 24, Mickey Schaefer. At Midi, number 25, Kevin Larkin.
You are, so we are live.
And between the pipes,
Greetings from Sherwood High School in Sherwood, Oregon. I'm Brad Stein, glad to be joined by Mr. Dave Sanford. We're in the second round of the playoffs with the 13-3 Central Catholic Rams battling the Sherwood Bowmen. Portland Sports Speed is where you can listen to the action on PortlandSportsSpeed.com, bringing you live high school lacrosse action. Dave, pleasure.
It's great to be here. Very excited to be bringing you this this matchup between the 8th-ranked Central Catholic Rams and the 9th-ranked Sherwood Bowmen. Game's about to start with one of the most exciting matchups you'll see all day today, a battle between Mickey Schaefer from Sherwood and Theo Davis from Central Catholic at the X. These are two of the best face-off men in the state. Both teams rely heavily on their success winning face-offs to establish their offense, and whoever gets the edge here is going to likely have the edge in this contest.
And here we go. Off live action. Sherwood wins the face-off. They pick it up. That's Kevin Larkin, number 25 at the left part of the field. Gets the ball back. Just underway, Sherwood High School.
Yeah, Kevin Larkin is a really exceptional player with the ball in his stick. He shoots about 100 miles per hour. Puts up a lot of the goals for Sherwood High School. Mickey Schaefer, 24 in the screen right there, kind of your do-it-all midfielder. And number 9's the quarterback, Grant Robinette, directing the offense
and
behind the goal.
Mickey Schaefer, the face-off, also the midfielder, gets that back to Kevin Larkin. Taking their time, very patient. Is the Bowmen in the Northwest Conference, number 9 in the state at 13-7, 7-0 in the conference. Gets it right back to Schaefer, controlling the middle of the field. Schaefer looks, goes back to his right. Now he fires way off, and that goes out of bounds, and the ball will be Central Catholic. We have, that's Sherwood's ball still.
Yeah, one of the interesting things in lacrosse, if you're new to the game, is that when the ball goes out of bounds on a shot, the ball possession goes to the team that's closest to the ball when it goes out of bounds, rather than being a turnover against the last team that touched it.
How do you like that rule? A man playing multiple sports like yourself, Dave.
It's a rule that really can help you maintain possession. A lot of teams will look to just generate a lot of shots, and you don't have to worry about just taking shots that you are only confident are going to go in. A lot of times teams will intentionally shoot the ball over the goal when they're just trying to maintain possession and burn clock. You might see some of that if this is a close game as we come down to the end. Central Catholic also plays a pretty deliberate brand of lacrosse, so I would expect them to be a little slow to initiate their offense here.
That was Sam Kosis as the Rams are on the offense, on the attack right now. Under 10 minutes to go in the first. Connor Murphy, number 11. We're going to see a lot of Connor Murphy, one of the attack men for the Rams. Number 8 in the state. 13-3 is their overall record, 4-2 in the Columbia Conference. Both teams very patient, trying to dictate their own pace. And that one's nice defense by Sherwood. Turnover, ball goes back to Sherwood. And that's Hutchison, the senior midfielder. Just working all parts of the field are the Bowmen. Nice pressure defense by Central Catholic, and we're going to have a call. We're going to have a pushing infraction against the Rams. Sherwood still has the ball, hitting that 9-minute mark of the first quarter in beautiful Sherwood, Oregon. Oh, close to the goal. Nice play. That's defended by the goalie. Good job, Joseph Wilson, who's in goal. Now battling for the ball, still on the ground. Someone trying to scoop it. That was kicked by a Ram. And finally, here comes Central Catholic. That's Sean Dack, the midfielder. Sean Dack's going to take that, a couple whacks to his lower extremity.
Sean is a first-team all-conference midfielder in the Columbia Conference, which is a really competitive conference. Central Catholic faces Lincoln and OES, who are both traditionally top 5 teams regularly in conference, and he has had a great year playing a lead role for Central.
Couple substitutions for both teams, as we're going to see this quite frequently. That's Dack still with the ball. He faked to the right, now looking back to the right. That's thrown. That's left-handed, and is just off to the left of the goal. That was Nick Winkler. Possession still Central Catholic. No score, just on our way, under 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Brad and Dave bringing you action. Portland Sports Beat. Dack again controlling it, gets it back to Kosis. Kosis gets that right underneath the goal. That's Nick Miner. Miner looking, gets it back to Sean Dack. Very patient, this Rams team. Defensively, what do we see in high school? What's the common defensive strategy?
Typically, what you're going to see is straightforward man-to-man defense. If the initial dodger beats his man,
there's a save.
The double team to the ball will come from the crease. Generally, you would create off-ball movement behind the slide from the crease, and that's where you look to generate shots. So far in this game, both teams have been somewhat stagnant on offense, really just watching the guy with the ball go to the goal.
All right. And there's a shot on goal, and that's off to the left. And the ball will remain with Sherwood. And that was Sean Allen, the goalie for Sherwood, who made the save back on the other end. Here come the Bowmen. That's Mickey Schaefer again. Guy, you're going to hear his name a lot. Schaefer's off to the right. And still, Bowman possession.
Right there you saw a really good example of that crease slide with the double team coming from the area right in front of the goal off of the dodge. You'll see it come pretty quick right here to Kevin Larkin.
Larkin defended by Nisbet. And that's once again out of bounds, out of play. Nice physical D. Schaefer, a face-off man, one of the best in the biz, like you mentioned. Here comes Schaefer, breaks a couple Rams. Now he fires, almost scores. Just nice defensive play, but Sherwood gets the rebound, still on the attack. Look, that looked like a goal. Another wonderful play by Joseph Wilson. That's a couple saves for him already early in this game. And Wilson will have his third save. That wasn't really intended for a shot, but nonetheless, the Rams back on the offense. Wide open guy in the midfield. That's Kosis. Kosis gets that right in our blind spot. Okay, that one's picked up by a Ram as he's fighting. That is Connor Murphy, one of the attack guys.
It's a hold on Sherwood. A loose ball penalty, and Central Catholic will retain possession. Central Catholic going a little deeper, getting their second midfield onto the field now. Coming with what's called an open set or a circle offense.
Kosis loses the ball, picked up again by the Rams. Now it's picked up by Sherwood. There's another turnover by the Rams. Sherwood has an opportunity in transition as they cross the midline, the midfield line. Let's see what we got. That's Grant Robinette, one of the attackers, and it's once again picked up by the Rams and the goalie, Mr. Wilson.
Mr. Wilson's a second-team all-conference goalie in the Columbia. And somebody who can be very hard to beat if he gets hot.
Dante Carnevale had a little problem with the ball, but now it is picked up by the Rams, and here they come on the attack. That's Ivan Rodriguez, one of the defensemen. Gets it out to Nick Winkler, no relation to Henry, and that goes out of bounds, out of play. Turnover goes back to Sherwood. Not much offense right now. Both teams filling each other out. Number 9 versus number 8 in the beautiful state of Oregon. Sherwood Bowman taking on the Central Catholic Rams, hosting second round of the playoffs. Portland Sports Beat bringing you high school lacrosse action. There's a shot on goal and the first score of the game. Finally, we have a score. That is Mickey Schaefer. He gets his first goal.
That's a classic Mickey Schaefer move right there, backing down his defender, getting his hands free, letting it go from outside. They'll have to figure out a way to bring more pressure on him, or this will turn into a long day for Central Catholic pretty quickly.
Cortland Hutchison comes on for the Sherwood Bowmen, and here comes a face-off that is taken by Theo Davis. Theo Davis breaks away, nice move. Gets it out to Connor Murphy. Murphy going to his right. Now Murphy's taking his time. He's defended by C.J. Alley, the junior. (1-0) Sherwood on top of the Central Rams early in the first quarter. And Nick Winkler trying to go towards the center. Good defense there. There was a nice pass, but that's broken up. And that's taken by the goalie, Sean Allen.
Central Catholic still not really generating shots when they're on offense.
Nope. They seem a little hesitant. This is a 13-3 team, 4-2 in the Columbia Conference. And Sherwood once again going on the attack, trying to get a little bit more aggressive. Scored on their last shot with a 1-0 lead. And that's Scroggin. Oh, and another score. Once again, it is Mickey Schaefer scores his second goal. Schaefer all the way from about the 26-yard line on the football field. They're going to say no goal.
No goal.
Negate that goal scored by Schaefer.
Can't quite tell why that goal was disallowed.
Possession Rams. They'll take over. We are under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Central Catholic trails by 1. Here comes Sean Dack. How physical does it get on the field?
This is a very physical game. The contact has been reduced a little bit in the last couple of years because of concern for injuries, particularly concussions. But particularly when the ball's on the ground, guys will come hit each other, body to body pretty hard. It's not the same sort of contact that you get in football, but it's still really aggressive. There are a lot of kids out here, especially on the Sherwood team, who do play football. They have been known at times to bring a little bit of that mentality to the game.
That's Dak with the ball. Dak looking for a spot. There he goes. He bounces it in the goal for the first score for the Rams to even the game up at 1. Great play by Sean Dak. He picked his spot and threw a bouncer right between the legs of the goalie, Sean Allen.
Yeah, it didn't look like Sean Allen actually managed to track that shot at all from our vantage point. And Sean Dak put that in a tight spot.
It's a good thing because Central Catholic's been struggling making crisp catches and throws. And they finally were able to get on the scoreboard. With 1:57 left in the first, here's the face-off from two of the best in the business. Central Catholic will take that one.
It's 2 in a row for Theo Davis.
Nick Winkler going around the goal. He is defended by Dylan Coleman, the junior defenseman. Winkler, very, very patient. How imperative is it to win the face-off in high school lacrosse?
Winning face-offs can make a big difference in games, especially games like this where the tempo is kind of slow.
And then we have our second score, Nick Winkler, Central Catholic, back-to-back goals, back-to-back shots.
So right there on that goal, you saw Central Catholic really open up a lot of space for Winkler to dodge one-on-one. Sherwood was not in a position to support, and he took his man to the goal and buried it. In terms of the face-offs, though, in games like this where teams each possession can be a minute in length, if you're scoring goals and winning face-offs and you're limiting the amount of possessions the other team is getting, it can really make a huge difference in terms of the game and the opportunities that you have to score.
That one was kicked by Schaefer on that face-off, battling for it still. Nobody, they're just playing a little hockey here, trying to pick it up. Let's see who gets away with it, and Sherwood does. And that's Schaefer. Schaefer, he gets his own face-off. Schaefer takes a shot. Nice play. That's defended by Joseph Wilson once again. Didn't get much mustard on that shot. Was Schaefer. Ball still belongs to Sherwood until that was intercepted. And we have a turnover. Ball goes back to the goalie.
It's a pretty lazy pass by Taryn Denny right there. Any kids that are watching, you want to make sure that your feet are moving when you pass the ball. When you stand still like that, it's real easy for the defenseman to get his stick in the passing lane and take your candy.
Sean Dack gets that over to Sam Kosis.
Central Catholic again coming out in an open set, taking away the crease slide.
That was some good defense by Sherwood to try to get that out of there, and they do. After back-to-back goals by the Central Catholic Rams, Sherwood takes over. Dylan Coleman gets that back to the goalie, to Sean Allen, and that is the end of the first quarter here at Sherwood High School. The score is 2-1, Central Catholic. You are listening to the Portland Sports Beat Broadcasting Network.
All proceeds from concession stand sales go directly to cover the increasing cost of all high school athletic programs here at Sherwood High School. Now would be a great time to visit concessions. They offer a wide variety of snack items, popcorn, yachts, cold sauce, tons of cold beverages.
That's good.
Welcome back to Sherwood High School, home of the Sherwood Bowmen. 13-7 on the year, 7-0 in the Northwest Conference. Ranked number 9 in the state. They are trailing 2-1 against the Central Catholic Rams, who are number 8 in the state. 13-3 overall record, 4-2 in the Columbia Conference under head coach Marcus Penhale. Brad Stein and Mr. Dave bringing you some live high school lacrosse action.
The thing that's really interesting about this matchup, too, is while both of these teams have finished in strong spots in their conferences, Sherwood winning there, Central Catholic third in the more competitive Columbia Conference, and they both have strong records, neither team has really beaten a team the level of their opponent today. That may be where we've seen a little bit of the tentativeness on offense coming out in the first quarter here. But
until the last few minutes when Central Catholic poured it on with a couple back-to-back goals.
Yeah. Sherwood really likes to run and gun, so it'll be interesting to see if they open stuff up as we get into the second quarter here.
And the face-off between Mickey Schaefer and Theo Davis. And this, once again, is going to be won by Sherwood and Mickey Schaefer. And here they go as they switch sides for the second quarter. As we're starting, Schaefer right away scores right through Joseph Wilson's stick. Schaefer scores his second goal, almost 3, but one of those was negated. That's 11 seconds into the second quarter. We have a tie game.
So that's a great example where face-offs can really change the game. If you win face-offs, you can come down and create instant offense. You'll see teams score 3, sometimes even 4 goals in the span of 1 or 2 minutes.
We're going to do a replay and 3. Oh, no, we can't.
And here's the face-off. It's still rolling around the ball. A couple kicks, and looks like Sherwood has it, and they do. That's number 10, Trenton Toivonen, or Toivonen, excuse me. Toivonen, and the ball's still loose now. Central Catholic picks that up with the turnover, and they lose it. So we're just battling for this loose ball. Who's going to scoop it up?
Big hit.
Central Catholic scoops it up, and we have a whistle. There is a push. Looks like the push will go on Sherwood. Pushes on Sherwood. Man down for the Bowman. Great opportunity on the power play for the Central Catholic Rams.
Yeah, so it looks like they called that a loose ball push. So there's no time-serving penalty. It's just a possession foul. That hit in particular, generally called differently by every single referee. Some referees would call that a high hit, and they'll give you 2 minutes for it. These guys gave the most lenient version of the foul.
Very different. Takes a lot to get used to.
Figuring out how the referees call the game, each game always takes time because it's very different in this game.
That was Theo Davis, back center, nice pass, excellent save by the goalie, Sean Allen. That could have been trouble for Sherwood, and here they go on transition, breakaway. That's number 4, Jonathan Wellner, the midfielder, the senior. Ball's loose as it was intended for Denny, and Sherwood is closest to it, so they should retain possession and or make that. That's going to be a turnover. That's a turnover for the Bowman. It's going to go back to the Central Catholic Rams. Couldn't see who was closest. That's in our blind spot over here in the booth. The Rams take over. Cesar Rojas. That's Robert Nisbet. Nisbet on the right hash of the sideline. Intended for number 15, Nick Miner, and that's going to go back to Sherwood. Teams exchange turnovers with a little over 10 minutes to go in the second quarter, 10:08 to be exact. 2-2 game, Central Catholic and Sherwood, second round of the playoffs. We are Portland Sports Beat bringing you live. We're doing it live. High school lacrosse action, Dave and Brad.
We have a score from Sunset High School. The other game that was expected to be a close matchup today turning out not to be so, as Sunset is leading Bend 12-3 early in the fourth quarter.
Couple rule changes for this year in 2014 for high school. You hear the complaining, stepped over the line, no call. Here comes Central Catholic, loses it for the turnover, picked up by Sherwood. Outstanding defensive play. Kevin Larkin has it. Here's the breakaway. Let's see what Larkin has. Nice pass center field, and that is just off to the left. Unfortunately for Stoddard. But Sherwood will retain possession, and they have a great shot on goal. Excellent play by Joseph Wilson, and there's a flag, and a couple bodies drop as well.
You're picking the flag up, it looks like.
No flag. They're going to pick it up. We just have a body. That is a Central Catholic Ram. It looks like Nisbet. I'm not 100% sure. No, it is not Nisbet, but he is in disgust. Threw his helmet down, threw the gloves off. Would you like to talk a little bit about our different equipment that we use?
Definitely. So the helmets are lighter than football helmets. They're more protective than hockey helmets in terms of how they're built for absorbing hits from other sticks, from the ball. There have been a lot of issues in the past couple of years of concussions, and some of them coming from shots. They actually introduced a new ball into the game this year, which is softer, which has greatly reduced the number of concussions that have happened in the sport. The gloves, kind of like hockey gloves, but more flexible.
More flexible.
And then,
thinner.
Yeah, a little bit thinner. And then in terms of the arm pads and the shoulder pads, you'll see some guys wearing big pads and some guys wearing little pads. And it's really a personal preference sort of thing. Some guys want to be as fast as they can be and, you know, wear as little padding as possible.
Right.
Other guys know they're going to get clubbed to death and they don't want to get hurt. So
Just like in football, the punter and field goal kicker, they don't use much protection.
yeah, pretty much.
A tough guy. And Sherwood back on possession. 9:25 to go in the second quarter. We're even at 2. That's Mr. Faceoff, Mickey Schaefer. Gets that back to Grant Robinette, the senior attacker. Robinette has the stick with his left. Now he goes back.
This is the
to
matchup
Larkin.
they want.
Kevin Larkin. And Larkin's just off to the right. Or it makes, excuse me, off to the left. Still Sherwood possession. He had Joseph Wilson slightly out of position. It would have taken a perfect shot. It was very difficult and almost well done.
Yeah, Larkin's guarded here by Ivan Rodriguez, who he's got a big size advantage on. You see they just switched off of the pick. They've got a short stick on Larkin now.
Now back to Hutchison. Hutchison bounces that one. That doesn't go anywhere but out of play. And they're going to say it's still Bowman possession. Oh, now they're going to Central Catholic.
Not a real fundamentally correct shot right there.
Wilson, the goalie. Out to Horiuchi. Ryan Horiuchi. Oh, a turnover by Central Catholic. Here comes Sherwood in transition. Robinette goes around goal. Oh, tries to make a great pass. Almost picked off, but deflected. Good defense by the Rams as they're battling for it. Still on the ground. Going to be picked up by Sherwood if he can get it. And he does. That is McCarthy. That is bounced and off. Under 8 minutes to go here. Picked up by Grant Robinette once again. Sherwood still another opportunity. Another possible shot on goal. Gets it out to Schaefer. And there's a flag. Schaefer takes a shot. He's off. And we have the flag, and here comes the infraction. Here comes a replay on the last.
See the slash coming in on Mickey Schaefer there from Theo Davis. And so this will be a man advantage for Sherwood.
Man up for Sherwood, man down for the Central Catholic Rams. Perfect opportunity to take the 3-2 lead. Once again, Robinette hides behind goal. There's a wicked shot and a score. There was some extra meat on that one. Kevin Larkin.
There are two ways to attack on man down. You try to either cut 6-on-5 down to 5-on-4, 3-on-2 to 2-on-1, or you get a great shooter like Kevin Larkin in space on the wing or up top, and when you got a kid who can shoot the rock like that, that's all you need to do. 3-2 Sherwood.
You said he shoots about 100 miles per hour? Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Wow.
I wouldn't say put that shot there, but when you get him time and room about 12 yards on top of the goal, he's been clocked at 100 miles an hour on a shot. He'll play lacrosse at Oregon State next year along with Mickey Schaefer.
Schaefer wins another face-off. Sure, with another possession, now up 3-2. Robinette, very, very patient, dictating the pace for the Bowman. Robinette, and another score. Robinette, or excuse me, Larkin gets back-to-back goals. We're going to get a replay on Larkin's last goal to make this a 4-2 game.
So what you see right there, he got right underneath Ivan Rodriguez down the side. Rodriguez is pushing him the right way in the team defense scheme, but he's got to have help come underneath. No help comes, turns into a layup for Kevin Larkin.
Have you ever played in a game or coached a game where just one team won pretty much 100% of all the face-offs?
Yes. I've played it on both sides.
And what was the score like?
Well, when you're the team that's not winning the face-offs, every offensive possession becomes crucial because you just don't get that many of them. And when you are winning the face-offs, you can just attack, and push hard because you know that you're not going to be able to, you're not going to be in that same position. A lot of people will say lacrosse is a game of runs. You'll see one team put up 5 goals in a row, momentum changes, another team puts up 5 goals in a row. A lot of that comes from the face-offs.
Denny lost the ball, but it's picked up by Schaefer. Some physical defensive play exhibited by the Rams. No calls. Just hitting the 6-minute mark of the first half. 4-2, Sherwood on top. Three straight goals by the Bowmen. Central Catholic has to wake up before this game gets out of hand. Here comes Sherwood. That's number 25, Kevin Larkin. Has back-to-back goals. Larkin takes a shot, and that's defended well by the Rams. Rams pick it up. Theo Davis on the play. Theo Davis spins, now takes a shot. Theo Davis crosses the midfield line. We're going to have a timeout called by the Central Catholic Rams with 5:27 left in the first half. Trailing by 2 is Central Catholic. Sherwood 4, the Rams 2.
Coming out of this timeout, I bet we'll see Central Catholic be pretty deliberate in terms of how they attack the goal. They've been playing defense for a long time. Sherwood's put the last few points up on the board. They're going to be real conscious to grind a couple minutes off the clock and try and come away with one here. Sherwood, on the other hand, may do something interesting out of this timeout. They've known to get really aggressive on defense and kind of understanding what Central Catholic may be likely to do. Wouldn't be surprised to see them come out and and try and jump on Central Catholic's offense. Their attackmen have been standing around watching the game for a while, so they will likely try and be aggressive with them. You can see the Central Catholic huddle team is all together.
Take us in that huddle. What do you think is going on right there? If you were the coach of the Central Catholic Rams, what would you say to your team?
I would say I would be wanting to slow the game down and work to make sure that the next shot we take is a really good one, and understand that we have to be efficient on offense because face-offs could be a challenge here. From the Sherwood perspective, I would get out and challenge them. Feeling like you can win face-offs, I would be aggressive and not let Central Catholic do what they want to do on offense. Central Catholic has a lot of guns out there, especially Winkler. He's one of the top players in the state.
Sherwood High School, home of the Bowmen, up 4-2 over the Central Catholic Rams in the second round of the playoffs. Portland Sports Beat bringing you the action. Brad and Dave. Here come the Rams. Sean Dack scored a goal earlier. Like you said, very patient. Have a good opportunity for a nice shot. That's Connor Murphy, one of the attackers. Murphy gets that back. That's defended by number 23. Good play by Spencer Ellsworth. But right back to the Rams. Going right behind the goal.
Sherwood sitting back, being very passive on defense.
Ooh, that one's defended. Well played by the goalie. Sean Allen, another save. Possession still with the Central Catholic Rams. Under 5 minutes to go, around 4:36. There's a shot, wicked. You heard that noise with a little ambiance picked up by our microphones. Rams still have the ball. Long possession here, got to come away with a goal. 3 unanswered scores by Sherwood. Dak does it again. There's 2 scores for Dak, 2 goals. Finally break up this momentum that Sherwood has. 4-3.
This is a big face-off right here. If Central Catholic can win this face-off and get close.
We're going to go to our instant replay for Sean Dack's second goal of the game. We saw that he just perfect view and rifled up.
It's a great fundamentally sound shot. Overhand, high to low, changing planes, making it harder for the goalie to track. Long distance shot from 15 yards with some heat on it. Right on the other end, here's Mickey Schaefer in
once
transition.
Again hits the top of the goalpost as he picked up his own face-off. Sherwood once again gets the rebound, still has possession. We are going to have another whistle, a timeout called by the Bowmen. With 3:53 remaining, Sherwood has a 1-point lead, 4-3. This is the Portland Sports Beat Broadcasting Network. Instant replay will take you. And here's a pickup by Schaefer. You see that he just hit the top crossbar.
It's a good example of why he's such an exciting player to watch. He's not the smoothest, slickest player in terms of his stick skills, but he's so fast. He's a running back in football, which Sherwood has been either winning or contending for winning 5A football championships for the last several years. And he's just very hard to stop in the open field. And they have to really come up with a solution to not let him win the ball forward on the face-off and attack the goal. If you let him create fast breaks from the face-offs, you're going to be in trouble.
He finds a way to get a nice shot on goal continuously. Let's just go over our starting lineups. And of course, we've had several substitutions, but for Central Catholic, they start with Cesar Rojas, Dante Carnevale, Robert Nisbet, Connor Murphy, Sean Dick, Nick Miner, Nick Winkler, and Theo Davis, Ivan Rodriguez, and in goal is Joseph Wilson. For Sherwood, they go with Dylan Coleman, Cameron Thiemann, Griffin Winsek, Scroggin, Grant Robinette, Ty McCarthy, Taryn Denny, CJ Alley, Corbett Black, Sean Allen, Mickey Schaefer, and Kevin Larkin.
Interesting story. Grant Robinette is the son of head coach Rob Robinette, who took over the head coach of the program for Adam Kesey a couple of years ago. And
I kind of assumed that, but just wanted to make sure.
He'll be headed to play at Idaho last year. I think we just saw Central Catholic get away with a kind of a slash there.
Blatantly, yep.
Sometimes if it doesn't affect the play, though, the referees just won't give the foul.
That's McCarthy with the ball. McCarthy kicks that back out to Schaefer. Schaefer, Larkin, they have a nice scoring duo right there. Back to Robinette. Robinette looking, going right-handed, faking it. Look at the size of that defenseman for the Central Catholic Rams. That's one big guy. That's James Corey. Corey knocked that loose, playing good defense. And here comes Schaefer. Schaefer goes back to the midfield. Open shot, way too high. Just a little bit high is Kevin Larkin. The Rams will take over. Under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Central Catholic trailing by 1.
Central Catholic triple teaming Schaefer to get the ball out of his stick that time.
Got to do something. There's Nisbet. Nisbet loses that. Picked up by Sherwood. Here they come. Fast break.
Guess who on the ground ball?
Of course, it's Mr. Schaefer. And Schaefer gets that back to his buddy, his pal, Kevin Larkin. And they take their time. Larkin, midfielder, senior. There's a loose ball. It's going to be picked up by Hutchison. Approaching the 2-minute mark of the first half. Let's see what Hutchison does. Thinks goes left, goes right. Look at the defense being played by Nisbet. And that one's loose and it's picked up by Central Catholic. Good aggressive play. Here come the Rams in transition. Sean Dack already with 2 goals, looking for the hat trick. Of course, we don't call it a hat trick. some hockey terminology.
We can call it a hat trick. You won't see people throwing socks if anybody puts up 6 though.
Or rats we've had in the past, or teddy bears. There's a shot on goal by Kosis, and that is just off to the left. Rams will retain possession. 134, trying to tie this game. And another timeout is called.
I think you'll see Central Catholic hold for 1 shot at this point.
With 1:34 left.
Yeah, they are supposed to attack the goal. If the referee feels they're not attacking the goal, he'll instruct them that they have to keep the ball in the offensive box, which comes up to the 30-yard line up the field, and the blue lines on the sides of the field. And so they will then have to keep the ball in that area, but they still can hold the ball for as long as they want to. That rule's changed at college. They've instituted a virtual shot clock, where if the referees feel that the offense isn't attacking, they say timer on, and they have 30 seconds to get a shot on goal, and they can go anywhere on the field, but at that 30 seconds, if they don't have a shot on goal, it's a turnover.
What should the strategy be defensively? If you know a team is trying to kill the clock with 1:34 left, do you start double teaming?
To me, you have to recognize who the shooters are, and you want to try and get the ball in someone else's stick. Generally, I would imagine that when it is time for them to go to the goal, they're going to want to go through Nick Winkler or Sean Dack. So if I'm calling the Sherwood defensive huddle, I'm making sure I get long sticks on both of those guys, and I'm making sure that we're going to slide early to those guys, whereas I'd be more likely to let one of the other guys attack the goal. We haven't seen much yet today out of the other Central Catholic attackmen, so I would put the onus on them and make them initiate, take it away from the guys who've been putting points on the board.
Here we go, 1:34 left in the half. Central Catholic on the offense. That's Nick Miner with the ball. Miner gets that out to Dak. Dak with a couple goals. To Theo Davis, one of the kings of the faceoff. They're just working it, like you said, trying to kill the clock. We're down to 1:23. The Rams trailing by 1, 4-3 here at Sherwood High School. Second round of the playoffs. Brad and Dave bringing live high school playoff action for Portland Sports Beat. You can watch us. Follow us on PortlandSportsBeat.com and Twitter at PDX SportsBeat. 1 minute left. Connor Murphy with the ball, just still waiting very patiently. Sherwood not attacking, staying with man-on-man. Dak gets that out to Kosis. Let's see what Kosis does. Looks like we're going to have a shot soon. Eventually, Nick Miner with it. And just moving that ball around. And that one's loose. And it's lost. A turnover. Good play by Sherwood. We're going to have another call, a timeout. Timeout called by the Bowman on the turnover. When we come back, Sherwood will be on the offense. You're listening to the Portland Sports Beat Broadcasting Network. Let's go to instant replay on the last turnover by Central Catholic.
So right before what we just saw on the screen, you saw Nick Winkler try to dodge one of the long sticks. He hung his stick behind him, and the ball was checked out of his stick. Would have made a lot more sense right there for them to attack with Sean Dack. He had one of the 2 short sticks on the field, but they didn't recognize and exploit the matchup. Lacrosse, kind of like basketball, is a lot about matchups. If you trigger with the right guy, you can create numbers advantage in how you're attacking, and then it becomes easy to move the ball. If you trigger with the wrong guy and you don't make the defense double team, it can be kind of tough to penetrate.
What percentage of the high school teams out here play man-to-man defense?
Most of the good teams play man-to-man defense. At the college level, teams use zone defenses to stop teams that are primarily north-south dodging kind of teams. If you have one guy who's gonna isolate and dodge, the way you see like a Mickey Schaefer or Kevin Larkin kind of run through 4 guys, if you get into a zone, it can be easier to slow those guys down. A good passing team will pick apart a zone a lot of the time. one thing that will be used at a higher level in the zone is that teams will take the two short stick defenders and put them low against the attackman to put the long sticks up against all of the midfielders. Sherwood's a team that dodges almost exclusively from the midfield, so that could be a good strategy. I don't think that we'll see that out of Central Catholic today.
Here we go for the last 30 seconds of the first half. Sherwood, one last possession, trying to take one last shot. Oh, poor pass. Let's see if Central Catholic can capitalize. Nope, there Sherwood picks it up. Lucky bounce. That was Feeman and gets that out. And here they come. That's Kevin Larkin. And gets that out to number 11, McCarthy. McCarthy loses it. Central Catholic picks it up, and there's a flag. We're going to have an infraction. Looks like a pushing foul.
Called it a 30-second push. So if there's a man advantage at the end of the period, there's no face-off, and the team with the ball has possession. So in these last 6 seconds, you won't see Sherwood attack. They're just going to hold the ball. And then the second half will start with the Sherwood team man up for 24 seconds.
See if Sherwood can get their last shot, and that's the end of the first half. No last shot, as the ball was sitting there with Mickey Schaefer. We played one half here at Sherwood High School. Pretty exciting game so far. The Bowmen 4 and the Rams 3. You're listening to the Portland Sports Beat Broadcasting Network. What are your thoughts so far in the first half, Coach?
Really, I would have expected to see more offense and more goals. But it's a testament to the fact that these teams are playing against stronger teams than they have for most of their games. Generally, both of these teams put up 12, 13, maybe even more goals per game. We've seen great goaltending out of both goaltenders, especially the Sherwood goaltender. Sean Allen has had a lot of saves, and we've seen a lot of Sherwood with a tremendous amount of shots, not necessarily hitting the goal. Sure. I think that at halftime here, Central Catholic has to figure out how to get the ball into somebody else's stick besides Mickey Schaefer and Kevin Larkin. If they don't, I think that eventually more of those shots are going to hit the cage. For Central, they're trying to play more of a team game, but they're having some issues handling the ball. They're not really creating the shots that their coaches want them to create. A lot of times lacrosse comes down to fundamentals. Coaches can draw up really complicated plays, but in the end, if you can't catch, you can't throw accurately, none of the stuff the coaches will draw up for you matters, and so that's why
simplicity.
Yeah, when a kid, kids who want to be players at this level, the most important thing they can do every day is go shoot on the goal, go bounce the ball off the wall at your elementary school. Make your stick your best friend. When I was a kid, I used to sleep with my lacrosse stick. It's a pretty neat.
Did that work?
To a degree, it did work. Yes. It's a pretty neat piece of equipment. The way that they're strung, each stick really is a unique piece of equipment. No two sticks throw exactly the same, so it's something that, the more attached a player becomes to a stick and understands what it can do and what it can't do. Exactly. It's very different.
It's like a bat in baseball.
Yeah.
And a lot of players get attached to their bats. All right.
Are there differences in bats? I don't know anything about baseball.
Length, weight, sure.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of the same.
Absolutely. And then, of course, there's aluminum and wood.
There are different materials that go into the shafts of these sticks, some of which are stronger, some of which are lighter, meant to be faster.
When I played softball, there's $300 bats and there's $20 bats. And believe me, the 300 one, you get an extra 20 feet in your swing. You're listening to the Portland Sports Beat Broadcasting Network. We'll be back in a few minutes for second half action here at Sherwood High School.
And I've got like a bunch of start practices. Are you going to try and do more games after this? Are they going to deal with somebody? Oh, they have a company that films.
Welcome back to Sherwood High School, home of the Sherwood Bowmen, 13-7 Bowmen, on top of the Central Catholic Rams right now, 4-3. We saw. Welcome back to Sherwood High School, home of the Sherwood Bowmen. Right now they're on top of the Central Catholic Rams, 4-3. Brad and Dave bringing you live high school lacrosse action. We are Portland Sports Beat, and we always do it live. And here we go. That's the alarm. That's the siren. That means we're ready for some second half action as the teams will once again switch sides.
There'll be no face-off to start the third quarter. Sherwood will start with the ball and a man-up opportunity. I want to say it's about 24 seconds that Ivan Rodriguez will still be in the penalty box for the push that was called right before we stepped away for halftime. This can be a big momentum swinger here. If Central Catholic can get a stop on this man-down opportunity, it can really help them set the tone. If Sherwood scores quickly, it's going to put Central more in a hole.
Moving the ball extremely expeditiously right now. Here we go. Open shot, Larkin. Back out. Oh, just a little bit high. That was Cortland Hutchison. Misses high. 19 seconds have expired in the second half. Here's Larkin. Larkin defended well. And once again, nothing. Joseph Wilson is there for Central Catholic.
It's a big-time save on a low-to-high rip from the wing. And Central successfully kills the penalty.
Schaefer has it with his right, loses it, but picked back up by Sherwood. No, and now it's picked up by Sherwood. Schaefer gets his own lost ball. Lucky there's no turnover for Sherwood. As Schaefer's looking for an open. Oh, went right to the middle of the goal. Nothing doing. Now Central Catholic picks it up for the turnover. And that's Robert Nisbet. Nisbet throws it across field. Try to reach out and grab it was Hutchison, but he doesn't. Possession remains with the Rams. That's Nick Miner on the attack. I'm going to have to jump out of this window to see some of this action. As 1 minute has transpired in the second half. Back out to Sean Dack, who scored a couple goals for the Central Catholic Rams. One of the bright spots. And here's Dack, has a shot. Well defended. Nice job by Allen. Oh, and there was a big hit and a flag. We'll have a flag on Nick Miner, number 15 for Central Catholic. Is that going to be unnecessary roughness?
They're going to call that a technical push.
A technical push.
So he comes in a little bit high and his hands aren't together, which is why that's a penalty. If you're leading with your hands, they have to be next to each other. You can't cross-check.
And here's a replay on the last infraction. Oh, he just missed it. Let's see if we can get that again. Please do it again, guys. Come on, gentlemen. All right, let's go back to live action. Sherwood on the attack. Oh, that was a little bit too high for Schaefer. And trying to scoop it up is both teams. And it's still on the ground. And nice play by Sherwood to remain possession. And it's Larkin picks it up. Back to Schaefer. Schaefer, and that's broken up by the Rams. And you see they use a lot of feet. Whatever you can use to control the ball. The Rams have it. We're having a call.
Kevin Larkin got away with one right there. He kicked the ball while he was on the ground, and he didn't have a stick in his hand. You're not allowed to play the ball without your stick.
Unless you have the stick, right. Larkin at the left wing gets that back. Larkin has it again. Looking for Schaefer. Schaefer has it, defended by Robert Nisbet, the long stick midfielder. Can you explain the significance of the long stick for our new lacrosse watchers, viewers?
So, team is allowed to have 4 long sticks on the field at a time. Traditionally, you play with 3 long sticks on defense, and they guard the attackman on your team. 1 midfielder on defense will also play with a long stick, and he will traditionally guard the best dodging midfielder on the team. So right there you see the long stick on Mickey Schaefer. As they transition to offense, the long stick midfielder will run off through the substitution box for an offensive player.
Another flag. Let's see who this calls on. It's going to go against Central Catholic. Let's do the instant replay on this last infraction. He got some good height on that flag there, that referee. Sherwood.
They practice that.
Has the ball. Back to live action. Oh, he's doing it live. Mickey Schaefer controlled most of the first half. Ooh, and there's a score. It's Kevin Larkin, so we're back to the Larkin-Schaefer duo for Sherwood. But nonetheless, 5-3. Bowman take the lead. 8:54 remaining in the third quarter. That was a very long possession. Almost 2 minutes. Let's go to an instant replay on the last score by Larkin.
Right here you'll see Kevin Larkin, a simple step-down shot after Mickey Schaefer had cleared space for him. Central Catholic's not extending to the shooter, and he's the kind of shooter that if you don't extend to, gonna have trouble stopping him.
Theo Davis loses another face-off for the Central Catholic Rams, and here comes Sherwood using some speed. Once again, it's Schaefer. Let's see, goes around the goal, gets that back out. Behind the goal, working all parts of the field, really trying to space the field. That is Grant Robinette.
Sherwood's offense right now is a 1-4-1. It's similar to a 1-4 in basketball.
Larkin back to Robinette again. Back to Larkin, middle of the field. Taking his time. 8:06 remaining. A couple long possessions. Exhausting, fatiguing Central Catholic. That one's off. Sherwood still has possession. Here they go. Robinette once again. Robinette around the left wing. Loses that. Oh, just picked up by Wilson for Central Catholic. Here they go. Oh, that's an ill-advised throw by Joseph Wilson. Scattered on the ground. Let's see, that's going to roll out of bounds. And Sherwood will have possession of that ball with 7:42 left in the third. Dangerous pass by Joseph Wilson. Very careless.
Yeah, when clearing the ball, generally you want to clear the ball outside of the hash marks in the middle of the field. Because when you lose the ball in the middle of the field, bad things tend to happen. Somehow, it must have bounced off a Sherwood player. Central Catholic managed to hang onto the ball despite that messy clear.
Theo Davis handling the ball. Passes that back to Nick Winkler. Winkler takes a lefty wild shot, and that's off to the right as that hits the screen and out of play. The Rams remain with the ball. And that's Connor Murphy dancing around looking for an open Ram. Back to Sean Dack. Dack gets that one. Moving the ball nice now. Theo Davis. Now it looks like they're ready for some action. That's Nick Winkler. Winkler back to Dack. Dack, a couple goals. Here's Dack. He breaks away. Has an open shot. What a defensive play. Looking for the goal is the goalie, Sean Allen, with a nice play. And surprise, it's by my foot. And here comes Sherwood once again. Moving the ball just like that. Boy. Pick it up. And the Rams now on the turnover. Rams have it. Kosis. There it is. Bouncer. No good. Off.
Central Catholic's offense is really starting to gel right now. They're moving the ball a lot better, creating much better angles to attack the goal.
.6:16 left in the third. 2-goal advantage for Sherwood. Central Catholic on the attack. That's Theo Davis. Spins back to his right. Passes that out to Sean Dack. Dack once again, clear shot, bounces. Another huge save by Sean Allen, who's come up marvelous for this Sherwood team. That is saved. What a save over there by Jonathan Wellner. Still fighting for possession. Once again, Sherwood gets it. Picks it up. And there's timeout called.
Sean Dax had great approaches to the goal on those last two possessions, but he put both of those shots in between the goalie's feet.
I am so impressed with Sean Allen. Just to hang in there and make good saves.
Attacking the ball strong. Dax got to put that ball in the corners, not in between the goalie's legs.
Dax, yeah.
The one that he scored earlier in the game was that exact same move. He went top corner far away. So he's got to figure out where to put the ball.
We'll look at another instant replay from our instant replay group here at Portland Sports Beat. It stopped. Let's see. 5:42 left in the third. Let's see if we can get instant replay up again. Maybe not. If we do, we'll let you know. Brad and Dave bringing live high school lacrosse action.
Central Catholic's timeout there. It's defensive coordinator Pete Lamb, former head coach at Lake Oswego, giving the instructions to the Rams. So presumably they'll have defensive trickery coming up out of this timeout to try and get the ball back on their offensive end.
Packed house at Sherwood High School. Second round of the playoffs. Playoffs? I don't talk about playoffs.
Yeah, a lot more people come to these games than I think people necessarily think do. The Final Four is a pretty big deal. Both the semifinals and the finals tend to draw in excess of 3,000 people. And really great celebrations of the sport at this level in Oregon. This is actually the 20th year of high school lacrosse in Oregon. And it's come a really long way.
A growing sport. They say one of the fastest growing. Read an article about it. Sherwood has possession with 5:31 remaining in the third quarter. There is a shot by Larkin, and that is saved by Wilson. Joseph Wilson with the big save. Uses his lower extremity for that one. Central Catholic has the ball. Here comes Robert Nisbet. Nisbet takes a crunch and loses the ball. Turnover. Great play by Sherwood. And here comes on the breakaway Mickey Schaefer. Schaefer's going to hold up a little bit. Going back to his right. He's going to reset. Wait for some of his men. Cortland Hutchison's back on the attack. Moves that over to Larkin. Larkin back. The two-man game once again with Mickey Schaefer. Let's see if Sherwood can get another man in the point action. Grant Robinette's done a good job with his passing, controlling pace. And he just takes a nasty spill, and there's an infraction as he pushed again. We're going to have a holding call, and that will be on Central Catholic.
Grant Robinette did a good job of drawing the foul there.
That's on Ivan Rodriguez. We're going to go to the instant replay on that last infraction by Ivan Rodriguez, the defenseman, number 28. He takes a couple shots there, then pushes him again once he's on the floor. I like it. Sherwood has really held the ball for just much of this third quarter, dictating the pace. They've slowed it down, making good crisp passes. Good play defensively. Let's see, and there it is. Central Catholic does come up with the turnover. Speaking a little bit too fast, Sherwood turns it over. And that's picked up by the goalie, Joseph Wilson. Wilson's had a busy day back there in goal. Wilson's coming all the way up to the 35 as he passes that past the midline. Ooh, there's a shot at the face, but no call. Does that look like Tovinen? We're not going to have a call. Central Catholic trying to cut this to a one-goal advantage.
Generally, when a player catches the stick under another player's helmet like that, the referee will call that a hold. I'm really surprised that didn't draw a flag, especially after the soft hold penalty they just called on the other end.
Might be the home crowd influence. What do you think?
They'll tell you when you referee this game that every play looks different from every spot that you are on the field. And that those are the kind of plays that just don't look the same if you're not standing where the referee is.
Sean Dack has a nice spin to the left, but he brings that back out. Good defense by Trenton Tovinen. You've seen him a couple plays there. And a Ram is on the ground. I don't hear a call. Rams will retain possession, just waiting for the referee's signal.
Winkler got hit as he shot, but just good, clean, aggressive defense.
And here come the Rams. Ooh, it's lost by Minor. If he can pick it back up. Minor can't pick it up, and there it is. Nice scoop by Sherwood. Sherwood gets a possession. That's out to who else? Mickey Schaefer. And here comes Schaefer leading the break for the Bowmen. Up by 2 with under 3 minutes to go in the third. Larkin has the ball. He's going to pass that to his new fresh player, number 27, Hutchison, who just came into the ball game. Hutchison had trouble with it, but gets it out to his man. And here comes Sherwood. Running hard is McCarthy and gets that back to Larkin. Larkin back to Hutchison. Hutchison once again can't come up with it cleanly, and there's the hardcore defense displayed by the Rams trying to come up with a turnover. As Sherwood has just had the possession for much of the third quarter, losing it, still on the ground, picked up, another Ram goes down, and now we're going to have a call and Central Catholic possession.
Loose ball push on Sherwood right there. You saw Central Catholic right there on that defensive set slide very early to Kevin Larkin, getting the ball out of his stick, and when they get the ball into the hands of players besides him and Mickey Schaefer, it becomes a lot easier for them to challenge and get the ball on the ground.
Winkler past that lefty. Dack gets that back to Sean Dack.
Here we go on this matchup again.
Yep, we've seen this often.
Dack, wide open pass on the backside.
Oh, just missed. Dack makes a nice pass to Connor Murphy. Murphy is off to the left. The Rams will retain possession with 1:26 remaining. Let's see how they come out on offense, what they're going to do. to attack this defense of Sherwood. Needing a goal to get back into it, trailing by 2. Dak stumbled, passes that out. That's Kosis. Kosis back underneath the goal. Nice play, try to wrap around by Murphy. Can't get it.
See some frustration from Murphy as he slams his stick on the ground right there.
Definitely. Under 1 minute to go in the third. Ball's loose in Central Catholic zone. Central Catholic had it and lost. We're going to have a flag, and that's going to go against Sherwood. Might be a slash.
Yep.
Yeah, not bad, huh?
Well done.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's have a replay in the last slashing infraction by Sherwood. Back to live action.
Central Catholic has been knocking on the doorstep this whole quarter, but they failed to put the ball in the goal.
We've seen some great goalie work by Sean Allen.
They need to get one here.
Yeah, they really have to, and that's lost.
Theo Davis, sloppy with the ball.
Picked up by Sherwood, a turnover, another turnover by the Rams. We have 25 seconds remaining in the third. Let's see how Sherwood plays this. And that's out to C.J. Alley, who's in the game. C.J. Alley, one of the reserves for the Bowmen.
So they've got Kevin Larkin coming out of the box. He's got the ball. He's going to advance the ball into the offensive box, and now he's going to hold it. You hear the coach screaming, just possessed. Sherwood will have the ball to start the fourth quarter. There will be no face-off, just as there wasn't at the beginning of the third quarter.
There it is.
Man down, that's a huge advantage and a big-time play by the Bowmen to get a stop right there.
Great strategical play by the Bowmen of Sherwood, who have a 2-goal advantage, 5-3 over the Central Catholic Rams. We played 3 at Sherwood High School. This is the Portland Sports Beat Broadcasting Network.
Real interesting matchup in terms of the different coaches that you've got on the field here as well. Most of the Sherwood coaches, folks who have kids who've come up through the community. We've got some replays to look at.
Let's see which one we have first. And here we go with our first instant replay. Negate the instant replay. We're back to live action, ready for the start of the fourth quarter. Like you mentioned, Dave, Sherwood will have the ball to start things off and a man up. Huge advantage for Sherwood.
Yeah, they're a man down, actually.
Oh, excuse me, a man down.
Probably for about another 15 seconds or so.
Yeah, we don't have the exact time.
So it'll be, so they're going to try and double team the ball to take the ball away from Mickey Schaefer. And he's going to try and run through these 2 guys right off the bat.
Let's see if you're ready, coach.
One of my favorite things to coach here is in this situation is that the defense tends to overplay in that matchup. So I love to attack just the way he did. He beats the double. He did. Gets a shot on the doorstep. Penalties killed.
Wilson makes another nice save.
Robinette out of the box. And
oh, they're going to have this. Oh, no! Wilson didn't even know where the goal was. That hit, it looked like the right part of the goal, the right crossbar. Still up in the air. Central Catholic try to pick it up. And Sherwood will have possession again with 11:22 left in the game. Another golden opportunity for the Bowmen. There's a big, strong shot by Schaefer, and that is off. The Bowmen still have possession. Joseph Wilson is just sitting there like, woo! Those balls are coming at him pretty fast.
He has done a pretty phenomenal job to only allow 5 goals with the number of shots he's faced today.
Really has. And that's Robinette with it. He gets that to Larkin, back to Robinette. Bad pass, and we have the penalty flag at stoppage at 10:50 in the fourth. This is going to go against Central Catholic.
Sherwood, man up again. When you're trailing, playing man down isn't a good way to catch up. Central Catholic's got to reel it in and be a little more disciplined on defense to not give fouls.
Not at all. The fundamentals of lacrosse, that's what it comes down to. Just around 10.5 minutes left in this game. Robinette controlling the ball right now. Good, smooth passing. Trying to, ooh, just off. Now as Hutchison misses with that one. Possession still with Sherwood as they are a man up by 2 goals in this second round matchup playoff action. Schaefer misses badly. He bounced that one off the ground. Some tough defense displayed by the Rams. Sherwood still has the ball. They controlled much of the pace and the clock in the third quarter, trying to do so here in the fourth. That is picked up by McCarthy. As you saw, like kind of a little scoop by Robin.
Big face dodge and a huge save.
Another save by Wilson. Loose ball picked up by the Rams. And see how the Rams doing up. And another flag is down. And finally picked up by Central Catholic. You heard everyone screaming for that one. Man advantage for the Central Catholic Rams as that call goes against Sherwood. What was the call?
That was a slash. It'll be a minute penalty on Kevin Larkin. And give Central Catholic the opportunity they need to get back in this game.
Here it is, trailing by 2, 5-3.
I would look for Winkler to shoot in space.
And there he is. That's Sean Dack scores. That's his 3rd goal. Perfectly placed right in the left corner of the goal. Right past the goalie, Sean Allen. We're going to do an instant replay on this last goal by the Rams, cutting the lead to 1. Nice.
Yeah.
Back to live action.
He had a lot of room to shoot that from as close as he was, and great placement, whereas his last couple of shots at the goalie's feet, right there, over the goalie's shoulder, opposite side from where his stick is, one of the toughest shots for goalie to stop.
Yep.
We've got a face-off violation right here, and now all of a sudden tempo can change very quickly.
That's right. With this possession, Central Catholic can tie up the game at 5 with 9:27 remaining. Just like that, it changes. It's all about turnovers, capitalizing on opposition's turnovers, and, of course, penalties. Man up, man down will dictate a lot in lacrosse. Portland Sports Beat bringing you live high school lacrosse action, round 2 of the playoffs. Sherwood up by 1, 5-4. Central Catholic looking to tie on this possession. Right here, Sean Dack has 3 goals. You would think they would double team a guy like that who's been the whole offensive arsenal for the Rams. I'm not seeing. There is Dack again. Just picking his moments when he's going to take a shot. He's had excellent shot selection. Missed a couple shots in the third. And here's Dack. He takes a wild shot. That is way off to the left. But again, Dack with another shot on goal. Rams still have possession as they were closest to the ball. Under 8.5 left in the game. Dack once again at the left hash of the field. Attacking there, he bounces that one. Good defense by Sean Allen. Nice play to be there.
Dack's been able to run past number 18 from Sherwood all day. I would go back there again and go back there again and go back there again.
You might as well. That's Derek Snyder, the midfielder, the junior, number 18, who's been defending Sean Dack. You go back until they're able to stop it. It's same in any sport. Theo Davis. That's Bobby Burgess. A lot of reserves in for Central Catholic and for Sherwood. Nick Winkler trying to pick his points, trying to find an opening. And he gets that out to Sam Kosis. Goes back to Nick Winkler. Kosas just gets nailed out of bounds.
Yeah.
And it's going to...
It's a loose ball push on
loose
Sherwood.
ball push. Central Catholic still has the ball, and that was once again Nick Winkler picks it up, going back to the center of field. Now he spins to his left. He's going to go lefty. Thought about it, doesn't, passes it back out. Good decision there. Back to Theo Davis, taking their time. They're only down by 1. You have plenty of time. 7:07 remaining. Want to get a good shot. There's Sean Dack. He does it so well. Nothing that time, but once again picked up by the Rams. Theo Davis. And now the Rams are dictating and controlling the clock.
Big long possession from the Rams here. 6 minutes to go.
Kosas back to Dak. Back to Kosas. It's Connor Murphy. 6.5 minutes remaining in the game. Murphy's making his move. Look at the speed. Look at the speed. Murphy just gets bumped hard by Derek Snyder. And Snyder hits him high in the head. Now crushes him. Still no call. And we have an infraction after the miss by number 6, Sam Kosas. And a couple substitutions for both teams, for Sherwood and for Central Catholic.
We're going to have a man-up situation for Central Catholic. It's going to be a 30-second push on Sherwood.
Corbett Black, he checked in for Sherwood. 30 seconds, you said?
Yep. Last man up, you saw Sean Dack on the step-down shot.
See, Dack was still guarded by Corbett Black, who checked in. Central Catholic moving it very well. Excellent ball movement. There is a shot. Oh, a good save. I like the shot by Sam Kosas, but a better save by Sean Allen, who's been wonderful tonight. And now there's a breakaway for the Sherwood Bowman. That's Jonathan Wellner with the ball. Wellner gets that out to Denny. In my blind spot. Denny has it. He's defended by Ivan Rodriguez. Rodriguez already has 1 penalty called on him. 5.5 minutes to go. This ball is loose right towards the midfield line. Battling for both teams. Sherwood will pick it up. And offsides. There it is, offsides. Turnover goes back to Central Catholic. Once again, Central Catholic looks to tie this game up at 5. 5:20 left in the game. Portland Sports Beat bringing you live high school lacrosse action. Brad and Dave doing it live.
If I'm Central Catholic, when Taryn Denny has the ball and he's guarded by Rodriguez, I'm locking everybody off and sending Rodriguez to take that ball away.
Winkler had a nice pass to Theo Davis. Theo Davis misses. Still has the ball. That's Central Catholic under head coach Marcus Penhale. In good hands with Sean Dack, who's been remarkable. Player of the game for Central Catholic, that's for sure. Dack's going to his right, breaks away. Dack loses the ball, but luckily there is a Ram that picks it up, and that's Connor Murphy. Murphy's picked up a couple of those. Murphy behind the goal, get whacked a couple times by Thiemann. Central Catholic's been very content controlling the clock at a very, very slow pace, very meticulous here. Wants to score, looking for back-to-back goals. That's Nick Winkler. Oh, there's a fire, another big-time save by Sean Allen. Allen showing some big-time goalie work. That's how you do it. And here come the Bowmen. Feels like it's been ages since the Bowmen have had control on the attack, but that is Mickey Schaefer, who's just done a fantastic job. Schaefer's on the left side of the field. Schaefer's going to kick that back out. Ooh, just a little bit too high, and that's going to go towards the midfield line. Luckily, that's picked up by Spencer Ellsworth. Ellsworth loses it, picks it back off. A big boy, Ellsworth. He is just being torched right there by number 35, Horiuchi. But Sherwood still has possession. Look at the score. We're down to 3 minutes and 21 seconds in this fantastic game. Wonderful second half.
A great high IQ play right there off of the loose ball for one of the Sherwood midfielders to come back on the defensive side, allowing Elwood to come into the offensive end to get that ground ball.
Schaefer was blocked with that. Sherwood still remains with possession, approaching the 3-minute mark. Up by 1 is Sherwood High School. You see Hutchison now going to his left, looking for an open man. Hutchison gets that out. Good pass. You never know when you're going to get the ball back. Each possession is so imperative. That's Grant Robinette, the senior attacker. And Robinette gets that back from McCarthy. And they're just working the fields. And there's Schaefer. Schaefer going left-handed, and that is just saved. Big-time save once again by Joseph Wilson. We've seen some great play by the goaltenders. Finally, Wilson gets that out to Ivan Rodriguez. Huge possession for the Central Catholic Rams. We're approaching the 2-minute mark. Referee blows a whistle. We have a timeout called by the Rams. 2:05 to be exact remaining in this game. 5-4 Sherwood.
This game has been everything we expected it to be. Big time plays from the goalies. A big battle on the face-offs. A lot of struggles for loose balls in the middle of the field. Really, right now, in the last 2 minutes, it's going to come down to the strategy of Sherwood on defense. Are they going to approach Central Catholic and try to dictate the game, or sit back and let Central Catholic take its shots? Central Catholic needs to figure out how to find the right matchups on the field. They've got guns. They haven't always exploited the weakest matchups in Sherwood's defense. And that's going to be something they need to find. And when they place the ball well, it goes in. What
do you think the weakest part of Sherwood's defense is?
I think that they need to attack the short stick defenders on Sherwood's defense. Not Mickey Schaefer, but whoever the other short stick is, that's the guy that they need to trigger on. That's where they're going to draw a slide. And if, you know, they have a more balanced team where they can initiate with all of the guys they have on the field. Sherwood's going to initiate, you know, through their big middies, through Robinette. Central Catholic needs to come together, you know, and really give us a team effort on offense to pull this game level as we get into the last 2 minutes. They have experience in these tight games. They beat Southridge earlier this season. Their signature win was a double overtime win, come from behind, where Nick Winkler scored the winning goal in overtime and the tying goal in the fourth quarter with less than 10 seconds remaining. So they've been here before, but they need to come out and get it done now if they want to play on Friday.
Central Catholic Rams on the attack, hitting the 2-minute mark of the game. Trailing by 1 of the Rams, 5-4. That's the score here at Sherwood High School. That's Kosis. Back out underneath, Connor Murphy. Murphy working, trying to find some room, and CJ Alley is defending him. Good defense by Alley. There's a lot of speed over there by Murphy and Kosis. And that's back out to number 18, Nick Winkler.
Kosis really wanted to shoot that.
He did. He tried. Just good, better defense by Sherwood. Uh-oh, here's Sean Dack. Dack takes one shot. Dack has the shot. That was the shot that he was looking for. Sean Allen was there defensively. The Rams pick it back up. We're at 1:10. Now we're having a whistle. Another timeout by the Rams with 1:09 to be exact left on the clock. Trailing by 1. This could be the last possession. The shot was there, Coach. Sean Dack had it. Just a better play by Sean Allen.
He's consistently, from that spot, gone to that same high-to-low shot at the goalie's feet 3 times. Well, 3 times out of the 4 times he's taken that shot today, the goalie stoned him each time he's gone low. The goal on man-up was high. His other shot early in the game that went in was high. So he's got to really think about where he's putting that ball, because there aren't going to be that many chances still to come in the next minute and 10 seconds.
If you're Central Catholic, you're the head coach, do you want the ball in the hands or in the stick of Sean Dack? Do you want him taking the last shot?
I think it's probably going to be him or Winkler. I think that's where you go. But a lot of times in these situations, you realize that the Sherwood defense is thinking the same thing. And so this is where you look to players who, have been the support players in your offense to really break out and make that big-time play to help get your team to the next level. The defense will slide early to those guys, so it's going to open up opportunities for players behind them to step up and score on the backside.
Let's see how both teams play at Sherwood and Central Catholic.
Minor's been particularly quiet. It doesn't seem like he's getting that many touches on the ball today. He's got in the neighborhood of 20 goals this season. I don't think he has a shot today. That might be an interesting place to go, too.
That's Sean Dack. 1:05 left. Sean Dack, he's manned up by Snyder. And he scores! There it is. Sean Dack does it again. With 1 minute left, we have a tie game at 5. You can't go wrong with Sean Dack.
If he doesn't shoot the ball at the goalie's feet, it's gone in the goal every time. Now, here's the marquee face-off matchup.
Listen to the crowd. We're going to go to our instant replay for Sean Dack's tying goal with 1 minute left. We have to rewind it, fellas. Have to rewind it. Back to live action. Here's the face-off between the two men, Theo Davis and Mickey Schaefer. They've gone at it all day, and let's see who gets the best. Schaefer once again wins this. And a timeout called by the Bowmen. Under 1 minute, 55 seconds to be exact here at Sherwood High School. We're tied up at 5. This is the Portland Sports Beat Broadcasting Network. Here's an instant replay on the Sean Dack tying goal. Once again, we got to, if you guys could just rewind it 5 seconds.
Just a little bit further.
Just a little bit further. It looked good, though. Yeah,
You'll see the goalie step out like the shot's going to be at his feet, because that's where the last few have been. The shot goes right over his shoulder.
Yeah, that was waist. Waist height, perfect. I think he learned. I wonder if the coach said anything. Like, you shot low the last couple of times, you missed. When you go high, you've scored.
Central Catholic assistant coach and offensive coordinator Justin Blackmore was a star player at the University of Oregon, and definitely, I'm sure, has offered some words of guidance to Mr. Dack in his shooting today and through this year. He's new to their coaching staff this year, and the players love him. He's made a great contribution to their team, and hopefully he'll have one more trick up his sleeve if they're going to get to the next level. But here, let's see what Sherwood draws up out of the timeout.
Sherwood with the ball, 52 seconds left. Whose hands do you want this in? Mickey Schaefer, okay. Kevin Larkin?
First referee gave them a keep it in call, but then they waved it off.
Here's Schaefer, thought about it. Schaefer's going to go back left as he's guarded by Robert Nisbet. Back to Schaefer, 35 seconds remaining in the game. Tied up at 5. Here's Larkin. Larkin back to Schaefer. It's the two-man game again. Schaefer's going to go right this time. Schaefer's double team. He gets smacked. He gets whacked. And it looks like it might be a turnover. The ball's loose. Good defense. Excellent defense by the Rams. Still going for it with about 17 seconds left. Finally, we're going to have a call as on the ground is Mr. Schaefer.
Oh, possession to Sherwood.
But Sherwood gets a huge break with 15 seconds left. They will keep possession. 15 seconds to score. Oh, that was way too high. Terrible pass by Schaefer to Robinette, and that's going to go back to the Central Catholic Rams. What can they do with 9 seconds left?
I'd expect them to chuck the ball down the field and hope. Doesn't look like they'll succeed in getting it towards the goal.
That's Ivan Rodriguez. He's trying to pick it up. That's it. That's the score.
To overtime we go.
To overtime we go. Sudden death. First goal wins.
The overtime periods will be 4 minutes in length. Each team gets 1 timeout per overtime period, and yes, it's a sudden victory kind of situation, so someone's season is going to end pretty suddenly here. Someone
Great game.
moves ahead to the 3rd round of, in the quarterfinals of state playoffs on Friday. Yeah, this game's been as exciting as we could have hoped it would be. Defensive battle, rough underground balls, even on the face-offs between 2 outstanding face-off men.
Both goalies made some fantastic plays. This could come down to the face-off. Theo Davis versus Mickey Schaefer. They battled. Schaefer's done pretty well so far.
You can hear the Sherwood faithful getting
absolutely.
riled up downstairs. And I had coached for several years at Wilsonville High School, which was the rival high school of Sherwood. And you sort of loved coming to play here, and you sort of hated coming to play here,
Right.
because it would always be a really intense rivalry to come in here, and the fans were really loud, but the intensity that they brought to the game was always at the same time kind of fantastic, even if they're not rooting for you. Definitely a great community that supports all of its sports.
Looks like we have 5 minutes on the clock. Guess we're going to do 5-minute overtime periods, quarters. The Rams at 13-3 on the regular season, and the Sherwood Bowmen at 13-7. One team will move on to the 3rd round of the playoffs. One team will go home. And we're ready. Mickey versus Theo. They have something else in common. What do you think it is? Beside facing off against each other, what else do these two players have in common?
They're both wearing number 24.
Nothing can get by you.
I noticed that earlier. It's interesting, though, if you look at Central Catholic being a private school, like, these kids come together, you know, as freshmen. They don't necessarily grow up in the same youth program, whereas you get, you know, kids like Robinette and Larkin and Schaefer who have been playing all kinds of different sports together since they were in the 1st grade. They are all seniors. A lot of times, seniors are the ones who find the fortitude to make that last play to win a big game like this.
It is 4 minutes. Our clock over here on our TV, it says 5 minutes. It is 4 minutes. Excellent job, Dave. And
From a coaching perspective, I always find it much more fun to yell at the referees when you knew the rules better than they did. So.
Let's see, he's going to come over with his face off. Central Catholic looks like they might get the best of it, and they do. They don't. They get blasted right there. Here comes Mickey Schaefer. He's on a breakaway, has a shot. Oh, he's way wide left. Schaefer thought he tried to take it right there in the first 14 seconds. Sherwood still has possession of the ball, trying to end this quick. Robinette back to Larkin. Larkin's been busy. Not much in the second half, but the first half had a huge game. Hutchison over there on the right wing gets that behind goal to number 11, this time McCarthy. Oh, and there's a shot. Hits the right part of the goal, the crossbar. No good. A little luck never hurt anyone for the Central Catholic Rams.
You could see the goal move. He shot that ball so hard.
So hard. Wilson has it. He gets it out to Cesar Rojas. The Rams trying to do something offensively. And a timeout called by the Central Catholic Rams. 1 minute has expired in the overtime period. Still 3 minutes left. We're tied up at 5. First goal wins it. This is the Portland Sports Beat Broadcasting Network.
So when you get to this point in the game, what you'll see a lot of times is when the teams transition to offense, coaches will call timeout. They'll start drawing up plays like it's basketball, and it becomes much more of a set play sort of concept in terms of what they want to do to win the game, as opposed to the general flow of offense, which tends to be a lot more free-flowing for the most part. They'll also get their best players on the field. Be interesting to see if Sherwood reacts and does something different here. Be interesting to see which players get the short sticks too.
Here's instant replay on the last possession and the last shot. Having a little trouble. All right, we're back live. We'll try to get back to that replay if we have an opportunity. A break in action. And you can listen to this crowd as they are rocking and rolling here at Sherwood High School. Let's go Bowman, that's the chant. Central Catholic on the attack. It's Sean Dack who scored the tying goal, has 3 already for the Rams.
Sean Dack with the short stick and Theo Davis with the short stick.
Nick Winkler thought about it going lefty. Nick Winkler takes a shot way off right. I saw where he was going. It's no prevail. Central Catholic will have possession of the ball. 2:37 left in the first overtime. Connor Murphy right behind the goal. Trying to set this up all the time in the world. First goal wins. It's Theo Davis back out to Dack. Dack's going to make his move. He's defended by Snyder. There's Winkler again. Winkler loses the ball, has it back. Well defended by Sherwood. And that's Corbett Black defensively for the Bowmen. Makes a move. Sean Dack, righty. No. He's off to the left.
Sherwood retains possession barely.
The Rams still have the ball. 1:54 remaining on the clock. Rams moving this ball. There's Dack again. This time he's well defended. Good job, Snyder. Right in front of him. Snyder's not letting him go. Dack has a shot, and that's off to the left. And it will remain with the Rams. A long possession here in overtime for Central Catholic, trying to end it. Sherwood playing some stout defense. Sean Allen, the goalie, has been fantastic for Sherwood. There's a nice, a good-looking try to Connor Murphy. Cannot get it. Dack picks it up by the sideline. Murphy has it now. Here comes Central Catholic. You hear their crowd trying to get into this game. Murphy trying to make a move, goes lefty, bounces it over the goal, and once again, Central Catholic is right there, closest to the ball. They will keep possession.
Kostas is guarded by a short stick behind the goal here, but Central Catholic is pretty content to just keep dodging from the midfield. Sherwood's not really doing anything to stop them.
Here's Dack again. He's going to go towards the right. Dack has a shot. Goes left-handed. Another saving goal. Sherwood. And Sean Allen. We might have an injury. One of the Rams looks like he's injured, so we'll have a timeout, an official timeout for the injury. I think it's Dack.
Yeah, Dack has his helmet off on the field. Sherwood actually called a timeout there.
Timeout called by Sherwood. Let's get an instant replay on the last shot by Dack and see how he got injured. And he's laying on the ground.
Kind of looked like it might have been his knee, perhaps planting kind of funny as the defenders are coming at him. This is a great move to the goal. Great shot with his left hand. Phenomenal save from the goalie, getting across to his weak side, stepping out big and attacking the ball. Young goalies, that's kind of the most important thing. You don't want the ball to be coming at you. You want to be ready to step to the ball, attack the ball, is what we always tell young kids when we're teaching them to play goalie. Take that big first step and then follow up with your back foot behind it.
.50 seconds left in the first quarter of the first overtime. 5-5, that's the score. Sherwood started first, Central Catholic had 3 goals straight, took the lead. Then Sherwood had a 5-3 lead going into the 4th quarter. Central Catholic rallied back 2 straight back-to-back goals, one by Dak, the tying one. And here we are in overtime. That's how we got here.
So the Sherwood players are all in a clump in front of the goal. They're trying to create as much space for the clear as possible. Mickey Schaefer is going to just try and run through a double team.
And he does. Boy, good speed by Schaefer. Look at him go as he passes the midfield line. Here comes Schaefer, takes another blow. No problem, Schaefer has a shot. And I think he scored. What are they going to say?
No, wait, no, the goalie has it.
The goalie has it. He couldn't find it. Once again, Joseph Wilson, a little fortune and a good play. Oh, the crowd doesn't like that call. They thought it was in, but the referee had the best seats in the house. Here comes Schaefer again. Schaefer doesn't care. He has the stick in his right hand. Now he cuts to his left. He falls, loses the ball, picked up by Central Catholic. Here come the Rams. 10 seconds left. Here come the Rams. Oh, a huge shot delivered by number 9, Robinette. And the ball's going back over to the Sherwood Bowmen. A turnover by Central Catholic. 9 seconds left. The fans are into this game.
8 seconds left.
One of the rowdiest games I've ever been a part of in high school sports. I like it.
Good coach has a play for this situation. You don't need a timeout to draw it up. The kids just know what to do. Sherwood.
Here comes
Sherwood offense
Schaefer.
is all opposite the ball. Schaefer coming in. Can't believe Central Catholic's not facing the ball.
Schaefer's
with the
taking
pole.
the shot.
He shoots.
Oh, just off to the left. And that's going to do for the first overtime. Still 5-5 here at Sherwood High School. We'll be back for the second overtime. You're listening to the Portland Sports Beat Broadcasting Network. What a defensive overtime that was. Saw some good plays by the goalie, the defenseman. Central Catholic had a few opportunities.
But, you know, both goalies making big-time saves in the last minute of overtime right there.
That was the second time, though, Central Catholic's goalie, Joseph Wilson, couldn't find the ball. It was sitting right there by his foot. Got very lucky. Everyone, including us, thought that was the game-winning score.
Yeah. So he wears sweatpants, and this seems kind of like a random thing, but back east, a lot of goalies will wear baggy sweatpants because it's just a little more fabric to help slow down the ball when the shot on those shots that slip between your legs, or if you're just a little late on closing on it. That ball was probably sitting right on the goal line.
We are ready for overtime quarter number 2. Sherwood High School. Let's take a look at... We're not ready. We're going to go to a replay in just a second. Here it is, replay on the last almost goal. And you hear the crowd getting into it. At Sherwood High School. Let's go back to live action. Live action. Second quarter of the overtime period. Face off once again by the 24s, Theo Davis and Mickey Schaefer. Theo Davis won the last one. Going down low. 2 different strategies by both the players. Laying on. Oh, call is on Central Catholic. The ball will go to the Sherwood Bowmen.
So what happened there? If you clamp the ball, the other player can't clamp on top of you. Theo Davis tried to pin Mickey Schaefer's hands to the ground, and he got caught.
Let's see what we have. Schaefer.
You can see it right there.
Oh, just off to the left. That's Kevin Larkin. Larkin had a shot on goal. 3:25 remaining. Sherwood still has possession. Gets back to Schaefer. Oh, a couple hard hits there. You heard that. Some physicality. Excellent. Let's see who's going to pick this one up. Looks like Central Catholic will come away with it. The speedy Cesar Rojas. Timeout called by Central Catholic. When we come back, they will have possession. We're still tied up at 5 in our second overtime quarter. Portland Sports Beat bringing you live high school lacrosse action.
Central Catholic called that timeout still in their defensive half, so they'll still have to clear the ball. They won't immediately be on offense, and Sherwood will have the opportunity to turn them back. At times in this game, we've seen both teams come out and ride really aggressively. At times, they've sat back and been pretty passive, so it'll be interesting to see if Sherwood gets after the ball or if they are content to let Central Catholic clear and settle in and play defense. Another thing that's kind of interesting here as you look at the team's rosters, most of Central Catholic's key players, sophomores and juniors. Most of Sherwood's key players, seniors.
Yeah, a few freshmen, but yeah, mostly seniors.
Historically, in Oregon lacrosse, the teams with the strong senior classes have gotten further into the playoffs. Last year, Beaverton rode a huge senior class all the way to the Final Four. These Sherwood seniors, the heart and soul of athletics at this school. But now it just comes down to who's going to make that one big play for his team to win the game.
Still in the second overtime quarter. 3:07 remaining. 5-5, that's the score. Fantastic job by Central Catholic to battle back in the fourth to get 2 unanswered goals. Dak, the tying goal to bring us this overtime. A lot of defense. A lot of defense. Here comes Central Catholic. They're going to have to clear this.
They've got Winkler one-on-one. He'll clear the ball up the side.
Oh, a couple hard hits there, but just off to the left. And that looked like Winkler, or it was Winkler. Winkler took that all the way coast to coast. Central Catholic remains with the ball. Plenty of time. Theo Davis. Let's see how they set up right now. Once again, Theo Davis just gets that out. There's Dak. Dak's going to have to take a shot in overtime. You know he's going to. He's looking. Dak goes to his left. He spins now back. Good defense. That's Snyder. He's made a couple nice defensive moves in overtime. Staying with his man. Losing the ball, Central Catholic. Fighting for it. Who's going to come away with it? And it is Sherwood. It's going to be cleared by the goalie. Risky pass there, but still picked up by Sherwood High School. And here they go. We're going to have another timeout called by the Bowmen as they have the ball with 1:44 left in the second overtime. We're still tied up at 5.
Ball was in the defensive half when that timeout was called, too. It'll be interesting to see where they spot it. Referees are talking about it right now. And they're going to, looks like they're going to give them the clear.
In regular season games, do you see a lot of timeouts called like this in overtime period? As soon as they get possession, they call timeout right away?
A lot of times, coaches want to make sure they have the right personnel on the field offensively, and they don't want to take any chances, and so that's why they'll call timeout. Calling that timeout at the same time gives the defense the opportunity to also put their best defensive personnel on the field. In an ideal situation, coach has got like his next 2 possessions planned in the earlier timeout, and then that way they can get their right personnel on the field while trapping the other team's offensive middies on defense. Makes it a lot easier to generate action. I think it's no secret what the plan for Sherwood is on offense here, though.
Crowd is really in it in this game. The Sherwood Bowmen trying to move on to the third round of the playoffs. Central Catholic trying to do the same. Back and forth battle. That's what it's been so far. Second overtime, 1:40 left. Sherwood has possession. Mickey Schaefer gets that out to Hutchison. And Larkin passes that back to Schaefer. Schaefer trying to find some room. You saw him double team for a little bit. Central Catholic does not want to let him take a shot. Central Catholic's going to pick this one up. The turnover by Sherwood. Let's see if this one is detrimental to the health of the Bowmen. The Rams back on the attack. 1 minute left in the second overtime. Some hard hitting going out in the center of the field. And a call. It's going back over to the Bowmen.
Offsides on Central Catholic.
Offsides is the call.
I'm pretty amazed that Central Catholic is not putting long sticks on both Schaefer and Larkin. They're coming out right here. Schaefer looks to have a real obvious advantage. He dodges hard.
Schaefer going left. Now he's got Larkin back out. He's going to go underneath the goal.
They're setting up Larkin for the step down shot.
Here's Larkin. Gets pushed, gets bumped. Larkin goes back to the right wing. That's Robinette. Here comes Schaefer. Schaefer takes a wild shot. He's off left. 14 and a half seconds left in the second overtime. Still, possession belongs to the Sherwood Bowmen. That one's over the head, and that's going to be around the midfield line. Who's going to pick it up with 5 seconds left? And there's Schaefer. What can he do? 2 seconds left. He's going to get that out, and that's going to do it for the second overtime. We're going to go to our third. We're heading to our third overtime here at Sherwood High School. The score is still tied up at 5. Portland Sports Beat, bringing you the live high school lacrosse action. You can listen, follow us on PortlandSportsBeat.com, on Twitter at PDXSportsBeat.
Seeing a lot of sidearm shots in this game, both out of the Central Catholic midfield and from Larkin and from Schaefer. Fundamentally correct way to shoot the ball, straight overhand. You get more velocity sidearm, but it's a lot harder to be accurate hitting the goal. And you've seen the result of that difficulty in a lot of the shooting that you've seen here today.
It has cooled off here at Sherwood High School. Beautiful day. It was in the high 60s. Starting to get a little nippy out here as the sun has gone down. Give us some updates and scores.
We may, at this point, it's gotten late enough in the day that we may have some more scores in from some of the other playoff games, and in fact we do. Lake Ridge trounced Glencoe 20-3. Clackamas, an up-and-coming team that is also likely to maybe try and make a run deep into the playoffs, defeated Summit 14-8. No scores yet from Wilsonville at Jesuit or Southridge at Lincoln. Sunset 13-3 over Bend, the final there. Winners all proceeding to state quarterfinals games on Friday. Here, maybe this is the last time we get to see Mickey Schaefer face off with Theo Davis. 24-on-24. Third overtime starts now.
And Schaefer wins the face-off. Here we go. Third overtime at Sherwood High School. Gets it to Larkin. And Larkin working the right part of the field. Here comes Schaefer, takes a shot left-handed. Oh, good rebound, good save by number 12, that's Denny. And the ball is going out towards the midfield line, but picked up by Sherwood again, that's Schaefer. Hedgie Schaefer has been off on his last few shots. A lot of noise. Here's Larkin. Once again, going right, defended by Sean Dack. Here's Schaefer, one-on-one. And Schaefer passes that back out. Hutchison in the middle of the field. Hutchison to Larkin. Larkin makes his move towards the right. Larkin takes a shot wide right. Sherwood will keep possession. Can't believe how much defense we've had these first 2 1/4 of the overtime. And we're going to have a timeout called by the Bowmen. 2:36 left in the third overtime. We're still tied up at 5. We're still scoreless in overtime, and we're still doing it live on PortlandSportsBeat.com.
One of the biggest questions in lacrosse right now is whether there should be a shot clock in the game. And we've seen some really long possessions in this game. Just now, we've already almost gotten halfway through this overtime on the first possession from Sherwood.
What are your thoughts on it?
I think that a shot clock would help the game in that it would speed it up. The game is most exciting to watch when it's up and down the field, much more so than when it's in a half-field set. It's also much more fun to play that way because in transition, players can be players. Once it gets into settled offense, it becomes a coach's game to an extent, especially the higher level you get to, the more coached it is. It seems like if you can play defense for 60 seconds and the other team can't generate a shot, that's something you should be rewarded for. Whereas here
I see both ends of the spectrum on that argument, but I would like the pace to be increased. So I'd be in favor of a shot clock, just like a pitch clock in baseball. I would like to institute. Sherwood still has possession. Schaefer loses that one. Good defense by the Rams, and the Rams take over.
Sherwood tried to play a two-man game out of that timeout, moving their middies below to traditionally attack positions. They got the double on Schaefer, but the exchange pass to Larkin wasn't clean.
Timeout.
Results in a turnover. And again, another timeout in the defensive half as Central Catholic was struggling to clear. Also no scoring yet from the West Lynn Westview game. West Lynn, Lake Ridge, OES, Lincoln, probably the top 4 teams in the regular season. Jesuit probably knocking on that door too. They've only made it to the Final Four once.
.212 remaining in the third overtime between Sherwood and Central Catholic, the number 8 and 9 teams respectively in the state of Oregon, battling to move on to the third round of the playoffs.
These teams both advanced to the quarterfinals last year. Neither team made it past that.
Central Catholic Sean Dack with the game-tying score to bring us to overtime, and that was within 2 minutes left in the game. Now Central Catholic will take over on offense, looking to try to end this game at Sherwood High School. That's Nick Winkler. Winkler's got a lot of speed. It's really been a one-man scoring crew with Sean Dack, but like you said, Winkler is very capable of putting the ball in the net. Now we're underneath 2 minutes. The defense chant, you can hear it.
Central Catholic's playing a two-man pick game behind.
And there's the winning score. Nick Winkler does it for Central Catholic. They were waiting for it, and look at the people go crazy. Look at the Central Catholic Rams all jumping on Winkler. In 1:36 left in the third overtime, Central Catholic takes the game and moves on to the third round of the playoffs. We're going to go to instant replay on the game-winning goal by Winkler. No relation to Henry Winkler, a.k.a. the Fonz. Look at that shot. Yeah, we'll have to get something a little bit better than that when we have that. I will let you know. The Central Catholic Rams move on to the third round of the playoffs. A fantastic performance by Sherwood, but they couldn't get anything started in overtime. They went scoreless in almost 3 overtime periods. Finally.
I don't think they scored in the fourth quarter either.
No, they didn't score in the fourth quarter either. The fourth quarter was 2-0 Central Catholic. What happened to the offense of Sherwood? That's the big question. We're going to go back to our instant replay. We're going to get the winning goal. Here we go. Instant replay of the last goal by Winkler. He went high, and he just had Sean Allen staring at. What was that? Thoughts, Coach?
You know, as we've been saying, when a game goes on like this, you've got two really evenly matched teams. Sometimes it comes down to when one of your star players is going to just really step up and make that play to win the game. Winkler, who's won it in overtime before, gets a great pick set for him in the two-man game behind the goal, gets topside on his defender, and which you can see right here, he's getting the space cleared for him, pushes the corner, and he sticks it right inside the goalie's head on the near pipe. Very little space, a very precise shot, fundamentally sound, overhand. He buries it, and he carries his team to the next level.
Your final score at Sherwood High School, 6-5. Central Catholic does it and moves on. I am Brad Stein, joined, of course, by Dave. I always forget your last name.
Sanford.
Sanford, like Sanford, Connecticut. We are the Portland Sports Beat Broadcasting Network, and we'll see you next broadcast. Have a wonderful day, and keep your sticks in your bed, right?
Sleep with your stick. It'll bring you good luck.
It'll bring you good luck. Is that it? Just good luck and the feel of it and all that good stuff. All right. Have a wonderful day.